The modern world's... So is the bit that they're not telling us that the mobile phone is creating something different in our brains and that's giving us a different headache, right?
I've got a marketing headache. That's all I've got.
You take this.
The home of reconnection has no technology, a bit like a house with the NBN. To attend, you have to enter a competition online. The website also asks you to share the competition on Twitter and Facebook. Claire, how do we do that while turning off our devices?
Yeah, it feels a little bit like the glitch in the idea that perhaps no one had really thought about the mechanic before this idea came to life. It's essentially saying you just need to give yourself a bit more of a life headache before you're in with a chance to remove your life headache. And I suppose if they're being true to their purpose, they would have asked that the competition entries were sent in by traditional snail mail or maybe a smoke signal or something. But if that becomes a reality, then the reach suddenly goes from potentially quite large to about 4 people. And when it comes to marketing, it's all about reach and creating resonance. So that simply wouldn't have worked. So it feels a little bit like perhaps the idea wasn't as well thought through at the beginning. Yeah.
The home of reconnection is a single house on the New South Wales south coast. Of the millions of families in Australia, only 8 will score a weekend there. Todd, does Panadol actually want us to change our life, or do they just want us to pop a pill?
Well, if there were no headaches, there'd be no pills, there'd be no profit, there'd be no company. So just using base logic, they don't want to cure the actual problem. They make money from curing the symptoms. I think what Panadol's banking on is apathy. That people spend a hell of a lot of time treating symptoms and very little time actually preventing it or solving the problem. And I think what they're hoping happens is that you watch this, you identify with their brand purpose, which is a higher order thing about helping you live a better life, and then you park that. When you get a headache, you buy our product.
But it's also that thing of they're inserting themselves into a problem. So you know that life's headaches are caused by the blue screen. So the next time that you have a blue screen headache, instead of turning it off, you'd be like, oh, you'd be like, oh my God, Panadol. You go take a box and then you continue watching the full season of Twin Peaks.
So why wouldn't you have a pack of Panadol called Blue Screen Headache?
Because
You can.
Yeah.
You can.
You can. Yes. That's right.
But it's a made-up thing.
Yeah, of course. Of course, but then at least I know what I'm buying. I know that I'm buying it for...
I mean, technically what Todd is saying is you can write that on yourself.
Okay.
I mean, it is what marketing. It is. I mean, at the end of the day, that is the fundamental premise of marketing. It's similar with smell. You know, if we tell you long enough that you smell and it's bad, then we create a deodorant. If we tell you long enough that you need a smell to make you more attractive, then we've created perfume. So I guess in a way, we could create headaches that are not real and sell them products for.
Hard to do that, right? It's hard. It's hard to...
Go on, please. It's the final episode. We can have a really long XL version this week.
But the very... Marketing can't invent the headache, Todd. Yeah, it can segment where the pain is coming from.
Which is a lie.
Yeah. No, it's not a lie. The segmentation isn't a lie. That's okay, yeah? It could actually advertise the cause of a headache. But it can't invent the notion that you... like, oh, I've got a pain. No, you've either got one or you don't. So...
I've got a little one in my left-hand side.
Oh, dear.
Panadol ads have always shown unhappy people in physical pain. Now, a painkiller wants to own happiness too. Russell. What's a lifestyle headache?
Yeah, well...
Russell, is this marketing genius or bullshit?
Well, one of my very first bosses said, you know, the great thing about advertising, Russ, it all works, it's just a matter of how much. So when you look at this, I wonder just how much this one will work, because I don't know what I'm actually buying, right? Because in the end, ads have got to tell me what they want me to do. And what do they want me to do here? Go on a camp or something? It's not...